Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, galactic prophets of the great shift of the ages. Happy 7373 portal on 7/30/2022. Today is Keen 73 Red Galactic Skywalker on the Mayan Zolkeen calendar on the synchronistic day of 7/30. Our Earth Angelic Code of Heaven is 73 and 37. The mirror is the Earth. In some esoteric traditions there are 72 steps or levels to heaven, and the 73rd being heaven itself. Also, some ancient spiritual traditions have 72 names of God, and the 73rd being God itself, the nameless, or we can say the unnameable or the unknowable, the great mystery. The internal mirror the external, and the external mirror the internal. The world is on fire, and we are the world. We are experiencing extreme weather and shifts all over this realm. We continue to have a massive heat wave across most of the planet, and flooding in the U.S. in Kentucky, St. Louis, and Las Vegas today. We are burning from the fires from within. This is a shamanic rite of passage as we are preparing for our quantum leap and transformation into Homo Luminous, the new human of heaven on earth. We are receiving daily the new codes and activations from the Lionsgate portal opening, from our spiritual sun Sirius, the great central sun, and funneling down through our local Solaris and deep into the crystalline core of Pachamama. This is the reckoning, reconciliation, and rebirth of our ground crew team of the 144. The transfiguration is at hand as we realize our true Buddha nature of pure awareness, to merge with our multidimensional self and elevate this realm to the paradise she has always evolved to be. Today the moon moves into the sign of Virgo, which is bringing in more of the Divine Mother's unconditional love and compassion. Bodhisattva Kuan Yin is assisting all of our divine consorts for the Heros Gamos connections, and the prophecy of the eagle and the condor is coming to completion. Nothing can stop what we bring, the sacred to the mundane, to make all the minds come into the resonance of the clear light of bliss. We feel our way through the unknown into the light of the dawning of the new day. Rise, rainbow warriors of the new Jerusalem, and stand up for the rights of all sentient beings of the Tao. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end, and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now we continue with Divine Sister of the Light, Ali Ray. You are loved and supported. Open your heart and simply allow it. All of life is there waiting for you to receive this experience. The heart knows. You are so very, very loved, truly, beyond your wildest dreams. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Long. Have a restful weekend, loves. We got strong fluxes of energy coming in, feeling the effects of the Lionsgate. Last few nights I wake up with my whole body vibrating. Even this morning when I got out of bed, I had to sit there for a moment to do some focused breathing while my body readjusted. It isn't always easy being in these low dense frequencies these days. My soul just wants to keep going higher and higher. We are powerful creator light beings, loves. Never forget that, and most of all, never doubt it. Trust your process. It will feel chaotic at times because everyone's consciousness on this planet is being activated. Emotionally, it can go either way for humanity, chaotic or calm. Many humans are still very unaware of what is occurring Be patient with them, because the only way they know how to express their emotions is outwards. Help them be calm if you can, wrapping all you beautiful souls with loving light energy. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ra James. Today is Shooting Star Saturday. It's the peak of the Delta Aquarids, Capricornids, and Perseids meteor shower. That means that Earth is passing through all that debris of 3 meteor showers. Expect some major energies today. Expect tons of shooting stars and fireballs tonight. It's an amazing night for stargazing. It's the Lionsgate portal. Right now, Earth and the star system Sirius are aligned. We have tons of energies streaming in, which are being broadcast through Sirius and through our great central sun. The star system of Orion is also aligned with Earth. Orion's belt aligns perfectly with the Pyramid of Giza for the Lion's Gate. Things will continue to peak until the 8-8 portal. These energies are amazing for tapping into our spiritual awakening. They can help us in expanding our consciousness. Expect major DNA upgrades this week. This is why it's so important that you're doing some type of energy work. These high vibrational energies can help us so much with our healing. These energies can help shift us into a deeper alignment. These light codes coming in are also so powerful for manifesting. Stay focused on your dreams and goals through the rest of the Lion's Gate. This will help shift you to those higher timelines. Expect to be feeling and going through some major shifts in frequency over the next week. You may feel or hear buzzing, vibrating, or pulsating. Amazing energies for love and the heart chakra this week. You may feel extra deep or romantic vibes if you're in a relationship. From sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Pars Kute. Divine Feminine Heart Energy. Embracing the Divine Feminine Heart Energy is an integral part of the ascension process. It allows us to access and integrate the highest particles of Divine Creator Light. Because the energy of the light at this level manifests very rapidly. It can only be accessed by those with a pure intent and love for all. This energy is very pure and can only be used for the highest good. In these times of accelerated higher frequency energy, focusing on the heart energy is especially important. Having a balance of the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine can assist in this process. It combines the heart and the mind so that they are working together for the highest good. This process is important for everyone since each person carries both aspects in their being. A key component of Divine Feminine heart energy is love. This love is a frequency and originates on a universal level. It encompasses love for self, for others, and for all of creation. The Divine Feminine heart energy combines gentleness with strength. The gentleness and sweetness could be compared to beautiful flowers that bring forth a softness. The strength is like a tree swaying in the wind. Even though it moves in different directions, it is strong and constant. The Divine Feminine heart energy is soft and gentle, yet strong at the same time. It knows what is needed at the time. It can show strength in a loving way without yielding to lower frequency energy. It knows how to apply the higher frequencies for the greatest good. We can embrace the Divine Feminine heart energy more fully by first setting this as our intention. Our energy will attune to this frequency as we focus on it. We may wish to set aside some special time each day to attune to this energy. We can begin by turning our attention to our heart center. Feel the beautiful energy of the Divine Feminine. It is a calm and peaceful feeling of love. As we focus on it, we let it saturate every cell and every part of our being. We spend as much time as we would like on this part of the process so that we can feel it transforming our energy field. As we feel this beautiful heart energy and its transforming qualities, we may wish to reflect on what the Divine Feminine means to us. Consider how it manifests in our own lives. It may be loving, compassionate, caring, nurturing, peaceful, encouraging, and many other aspects. After identifying how it manifests in our lives, consider the traits and ways in which we would like to increase these attributes. as we focus on them. We are setting our intention to allow them to become an even greater part of who we are. This includes being kind and loving with ourselves as well as with others. When we are first kind and loving to ourselves, we are more able to express this to others. The more we focus on the divine feminine heart energy, the stronger it will become. We will be an expression of the divine feminine. We will be radiating this beautiful energy to those around us, as well as out into the multi-dimensions. It is now time for us all to fully embrace the divine feminine heart energy for the highest good of all. Within divine love of one, Pars Kute, and from divine Sistar of the light, Anna Maria Sophia. Do you feel that divine silence that is speaking through us all now, and at the same time, the silence that has been very busy? God has spoken to many of us, and so many of us have been bathed in divine grace now. Joy, grace through sacred tears. The divine higher plan has been revealed, and the secret is not secret anymore. The secret has evolved in the most sacred divine plan, and the new dresses are being made for our sacred voice to come out and reveal the so long awaited divine plan. The whole cosmos is being very busy for setting the divine play on the stage now, where magic will be playing on the earth stage. Our sisters and brothers of light are more than excited to finally see it all happening. The chairs and places are free, as we all will be participating in the most glorious play ever played. Be prepared to be shocked in the most incredible way, as it will melt our hearts in one divine love and one divine grace that will flow to our earth through all of us. Be at peace, stay present, silent to hear the divine grace. In divine love and grace, Anna Maria Sophia. And from quantum awakening, Mother Earth turned up the accelerators. The dimensional shift accelerated tremendously since Sunday and will accelerate even more in the coming months. Mother Earth has just opened the throttle and is now literally flying at rocket speeds. She is now moving toward universal oneness and thus accelerating to the fifth dimensional state. Drastic and intense changes await, not only internal but also external. The old world no more. You can hold on to what was and what you believe still exists, and you will find yourself stepping onto the ground of change. What you are still experiencing is nothing more than a holographic image of the old world. It is actually no longer in form. Many souls will become so attached to the old world and its holographic image that they will choose not to ascend. They will choose to stay there and quickly continue the suffering and pain. Everyone has free will and choice. This accelerated change reopens much of what has been dormant for billions of years. As Mother Earth gains power, everything is rising again, and many of the awakened and conscious souls are now taking on much higher dimensional leadership roles. This is a time when it seems like you are living out of form. The new you is not yet fully formed, but it is already there and operating, living and breathing in the higher dimensional state. Sometimes when you have to go back to the 3D holographic image, it seems surreal. It's like suddenly acting yourself out in a drama that you don't want to act in anymore. You will just disconnect from everything because you refuse to be caught in illusions. You have gotten over it. You have expanded further. In meditation this morning, I received an outpouring of divine love in a way that I had never been able to receive before. I was shown how the divine pours out this love into every living cell, into every DNA filament, into every atomic particle of planet Earth, into everyone, into everything. This is the deep one. Open the center of your heart and let this pour into you. It will change you even more, and with it, your relationship with yourself and others will change. It was shown to me how soul families now come together, and how those who need to be together come together. It may be energetic at first, but it happens, because souls are not limited by the physical. Souls can be found everywhere and in all dimensional states, parallel existence, and universes. This is huge. This is intense. This is unstoppable. I have no more words to describe this. God knows us. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Asara Adams. Energy update by Adama of Telos. Greetings, beloved ones. We are most joyous to connect with you here today, and we are sending you our utmost love from the heart of Telos. As you are hearing these words, you might have a subtle memory of your connection to Lemuria and Telos. It is no coincidence that you felt drawn to our message at this time. The mass awakening of humanity is picking up speed, and many are beginning to remember their connection to the higher dimensional realms and civilizations of light. It is your divine memory that is being activated more and more, and you might begin to notice that any lower vibrational interaction and experience feels less and less appealing to you. There is a separation taking place between those who simply don't resonate with the lower third-dimensional reality of limitation and those who are still holding on to the old paradigms. There is no right or wrong path here. Each individual has to go through this journey on their own pace. So when you feel to choose the higher dimensional realities and world in each moment of your day, we wish to impart in you not to judge, condemn, or criticize those who are taking longer to wake up to the higher vibrational world. Because as you judge, condemn, or criticize others, you are bound to them and the lower vibrational experience. Instead, call for your I Am presence first, and then for the Ascended Master's law of forgiveness and the violet flame to blaze into the experience. You can visualize it as a violet flame that is swirling and expanding into the experience, and when it is complete, it will dissipate. This is very important so that you can cut the bond to the lower third-dimensional, limiting world and move into the higher dimensional reality on your path of ascension. We champion your victory in the light. Welcome home. We send you so much love. You are carried on the wings of angels to bring forth the new earth. Know in your heart that you are always surrounded by your angels, ascended masters, guides, galactic families of light, and yes, also by your family and friends in Telos, and always will be. Dear ones, we are walking with you on this journey, and you are loved beyond measure, always. I am your brother Adama of Telos. Thank you, Adama, from teloschannel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Judith Kusel. Life on earth is not a destination. It is but a journey of the soul through quantum space and eternity. Yet within this journey, the soul is attaining lessons in quantum mastery, ever reaching a higher degree of consciousness as it journeys through the different tiers of creation, visible and invisible, form and formlessness. Thus the soul is ever on an evolutionary journey of discovery of the divine source within itself. The soul thus in truth is the divine experiencing its own creation through the journey of souls. Eventually all souls can choose to become as one with the divine source again, thus remerge with it as one or continue its soul journeys through quantum space. All is but one single whole. One single experience, although each soul group of monad consists of 144 souls, and soul cluster groups of 144,000, and so forth. Yet the monad itself expands through the tiers of creation, and thus you, the soul, evolves through the 6 monads, the solar monadic grouping, the galactic monadic grouping, the universal monadic grouping, the multi-universal monadic grouping, the cosmic monad, according to the cosmic ray the soul embraces at that time, and then the ultimate cosmic monad. It is vital to understand this, for all journeys are but experiences the soul chooses to embark upon, as it advances with the monad or soul group through the different tiers. It advances in ascended mastership, galactic mastership, universal mastership, multi-universal mastership, and so forth. This puts life on this planet into perspective. For in truth we are here as souls but for a single eye wink in eternity. And when we finally grasp this, we will simply understand that we are but here on this planet for one reason only: to fulfill our sole purpose and mission as agreed upon before we incarnated, and to gain in soul mastery, especially at this momentous time as we are ascending into the new earth, the 5th to 7th dimensional state and the new golden age, in accelerated motion. It is vital to understand that we have been given the opportunity to advance in quantum leaps of consciousness, way beyond anything souls could ever experience on earth before. It is a privilege and an honor to be here on earth at this momentous time. We were prepared for this through thousands of earth years, and now is the time to embrace this quantum leap journey through the open heart center and allowing ourselves to be transfigured with immense love and total devotion. We are now at the halfway mark, and from now on the ascension process will accelerate beyond anything known before. We are entering cosmic space. Excerpt from The White Flame of Illumination, Course Level 5, from JudithKusel.com, and from Divine Sister of the Light, Rhea Elise. From my guidance team on the upcoming Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction on my Chiron in Taurus, sharing as it may be useful for others with Chiron in Taurus. Trust that you've done more than sufficient healing to be able to serve from this place and be a beacon of that healing. This is a call to step more fully into that however you see fit. Know that astrological events happen through you, not to you. You serve as a catalyst and conduit for the integration of these astrological lessons and themes and the subsequent evolution of consciousness thereafter. Know that each lens of perspective is of tremendous and priceless value to the grand plan, as each experience is as unique and special as the experiencer themselves. Chiron as the wounded healer was never fully healed as the mythos goes, so we ask you to refrain from placing any preconceived notions of perfectionism or expectation on where you are at currently and where you'd like to be. Wherever you're at is perfect for this now moment, and you're more than qualified to serve from this place. As the saying goes, the crack is where the light gets in. Be open to the illuminations and epiphanies that arise as the conjunction takes place through your deepest woundings. For instance, those born into abusive families of origins learned firsthand what love isn't. So the flip side of this is to explore what love is. Allow this teaching to be your true North Star and orient your compass towards this point, navigating your life's trajectory from this moment onwards towards this aim, the aim of experiencing full realization of what unconditional love truly is. And as Chiron was the teacher, at the Asclepion, you will inevitably achieve mastery in this lesson. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Debbie Edwards, going for the gold with the moon in Virgo, July 30th, 2022. Late into the twilight of July 30th, the moon moves quietly into earthy Virgo. Although the moon helps us slow down and cherish the small moments while we get grounded, there is something important we shouldn't overlook that could make us or break us over the next couple of days. The moon will be trine to Mercury in Leo, which means this moon will emphasize our communication skills, what we need to say to others, and what others will be saying to us. This speaks also of the unseen world in which messages will be transmitted through our dreams, visions, telepathic exchanges, and inner dialogue. Mercury will be utilizing the gusto and bravery of fiery Leo to say all that needs to be said, but we have to be extremely careful. Mercury will be squared off with Mars, Uranus, and the North Node in retrograde, which incidentally are all in the sign of Taurus. We also need to pay close attention to Saturn, which is retrograde, in the air sign of Aquarius. The Moon and Mercury both will be in the opposition to Saturn, and Saturn will be contending with the same squares as well. Saturn will be squared off with Mars, Uranus, and the North Node in retrograde, which again are all in the sign of Taurus. So both Saturn and Mercury are squared off with this impactful Taurus energy, and the Moon will keep our attention on all the itty-bitty details of it all. We have to tread lightly. Taurus is a slow mover and very forgiving until she isn't anymore. Like Virgo, she too is an earth sign. Taurus is represented by Venus, the planet of love and beauty. No dream is too small or too big. The key is to believe the dream is real and attainable. Emphasis will also be on public image, how others see us, how we want to be seen, and what we are communicating publicly about the people, places, and things we both love as well as despise. There will be opposition on the center stage of duality. The pendulum will be in full swing. We could see some narcissistic traits come out and people get exposed for selfishness, greed, vanity, or shallow attitudes. The good news about situations like this is that we get to receive answers and see things clear as day. With drama comes exposure, and people who expose themselves for what they really are helps us determine whether or not those are the type of people we want to keep in our lives. It might just be time to let go of all we no longer resonate with, or anything that hinders us is limiting belief. We can be the change we wish to see in the world. From MetaVisionaries.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Neptune retrograde in Pisces, square asteroid, Ariadne in Gemini. Chiron retrograde conjunct asteroid Grieve in Aries. Poor Ariadne. After all that work to help Theseus escape from the maze and the Minotaur, now she finds herself abandoned and alone. The thread that once saved the man she loved is now tangled around her hands and feet and wrapped around her heart. Over and over again she returns to the original wound, the pain of loss, the hurt that never heals, the wound that keeps on giving. As this sad story comes into play today, we too may find our thoughts turn to the dreams that died, the prayers that failed to be answered, the miracle that didn't happen. Sometimes we lose and the world becomes sharp and hard and ugly for a while, as we fold in on our grief, tangled in memories and the endless knots of if only. But over time we learn to accept, learn how to live with the unlivable, mourn the unimaginable. Slowly the knots untangle, the ropes dissolve with our tears. The heart stirs, both nervous and curious, to explore the glimmer of light on the horizon. This too is the promise of these aspects. The pain and teachings of the past are fuel for the future. Lost loved ones become spiritual helpers. Find meaning in new dreams. Send out waves of peace. The gods have not abandoned you. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from Harmonic Convergence 2020 through 2028, 73. Galactic Prophecy and the Biomass Constant. Today marks the 5th day of the current 13 moon year, and there are exactly 360 days remaining to day 365. On the Tzolk'in count of 260 days corresponds to Keen 73, Red Galactic Skywalker. 73 times 5 equals 365. The Skywalker holds the power of prophecy and is coded by seal number 13. And the galactic tone of integrity corresponds to number 8. Both 8 and number 13 hold the 6th and 7th positions on the Fibonacci spiral sequence 5, 8, 13. In other words, the galactic integrity number 8, animated by life number 5, equals the 5th force, produces the cyclical power of time number 13, 8 plus 5 equals 13. Precisely every 52 years there are exactly 73 Tzolk'in cycles. This is the point in time when the galactic count of 260 days synchronizes again with the solar plus lunar count, as we have been highlighting for the past several years on this page. Since the human gestation period corresponds to 260 days, the Tzolk'in is the holographic time container for life encoded within our DNA. Arweius defined number 73 as the biomass constant. To unlock the memory patterns contained in these codes is the primary task of the present moment in human history. By unlocking these memory patterns, human intelligence may arrive at an initial understanding of the construction of the mystic planet body, which the Maya call Kinan. These were the words that I wrote in 1986 or 87. Since then, I knew that was the statement of my mission, so I was able to understand how to continue to work with these codes so that they would bring forth what we call the dream spell. One Venus plus Earth pentagram, 40 cycles of 73 days. As introduced back in 2020, number 73, the biomass constant, also coordinates this Venus plus Earth pentagonal cycle. How is this? It takes Venus and the Earth 40 cycles, 5 times 8 of 73 days each, to complete one pentagonal cycle, clearly a manifestation of Kukulkan, Quetzalcoatl. The coming of Pakal Votan in AD 631 was indicated by the completion of the 36th Venus Great Cycle from the initiation date 3113 BC. The Venus Great Cycle represents the conjunction of 104 solar years of 365 days each, with 146 sacred calendar cycles of 260 days each, and 65 Venus cycles of 584 days each. The total number of days or keen in such a cycle is 37,960. The fractal 3796 represents the number of Tun elapsed between 3113 BC and AD 631, and the number of solar years elapsed between 3113 BC and AD 683. The 52-year cycle AD 631 through 683, representing the duration of Wotan's life activity on the planet, corresponds, of course, to the calendar round, the conjunction of 52 solar years with 73 sacred calendar cycles. The next significant Quetzalcoatl avatar, one Reed Quetzalcoatl, also lives 52 years from AD 947 to 999. Jose Arguelles, the Mayan factor, time is art, all is number. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 73, Red, Galactic Skywalker. Galactic is the name for the number 8, and its keywords are harmony, integrity, and modeling. The number oozes peacefulness. Galactic days are great for making music, making up with someone you've fallen out with, and generally restoring harmony in your life. Whatever day this number combines with, it adds a little sweetness and calms down any difficult energy. Integrity is also a key word, and on number 8 days, it is good practice to check yours. You can't possibly restore harmony in your life when there is disharmony going on within you. Today is Red Skywalker, which represents exploring wakefulness in space. This day is all about going on adventures and plucking up some courage. This is perfect for doing things you wouldn't normally do. Skywalker teaches us that if we explore our minds, we may wake up. So feel free to space out, as it is a galactic day that suggests that thinking outside of the box or doing things in a different way can restore harmony in your life. If you have been struggling with an issue, perhaps you are approaching it using the same old tactics. Expand your mind and try a new approach. The Skywalker is a fun guy, and he can be quite impulsive too. Don't be surprised if you find yourself unable to resist going on an adventure. And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Galactic Skywalker, 8 Bane, Keen 73, 30th of July 2022, Exploring Bliss and Harmony. 37/2022 equal 376 equal 313 equal 34 equal 7. Day codes 30 Retrospection Retreat, 3 Holy Trinity Joy Creativity, 7 Magic Mystic Spiritual Initiation Solitude. Month year codes 7 13 Cosmic Consciousness Natural Lore Goddess Mysteries, 4 Form Structure Foundation Earth Angelic, 20 The Awakening Clear Vision, 22 Architect of Peace Master Builder, Keen 73 equal 10 Manifestation Code. A beautiful, magical, and divine code today for navigating our way to new realms of bliss. Day 8 in the White World Bridger wave spell of surrender, letting go, forgiveness, networking, and building bridges. Today we are letting go of all that does not serve us, in order to open to the expansiveness of the new opportunities and bliss that are ours to experience. Tone of creation, galactic tone 8 in the mental realm, action modeling, power harmonizes, essence integrity. The galactic tone will influence much mental analysis today. The most important factor is that we model integrity in our thoughts, words, and actions. Are our intentions based on harmony through integrity of being? Our plans need to be transparent and for the highest good of our community and planet, for them to hold up in these new energies. Our projects and business models will then serve as a model for others, following in our footsteps, who hold the ideals of unity, peace, and harmony as a priority. At Tone 8, we have entered a new scale, and we are so proud. We just have to model ourselves for others. We have also mastered harmony at this stage. We are galactic, and don't we know it? The galactic Skywalker is seeking to model wakefulness through expanding his mindset, opening to new ways of thinking and being to create more harmony in our world. Let's all live the new dream. Today's question is, does my divine mission model my expanded and awakened mindset to explore new frontiers and ways of manifesting peace, joy, and harmony on earth? Divine blessings for new opportunities arising to expand your reach and beneficially impact our world. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 73, Red Galactic Skywalker. The mantra, the code for today is, I harmonize in order to explore, modeling wakefulness. I seal the output of space. With the galactic tone of integrity, I am guided by the power of navigation. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to help support our work, mission, and this channel, and help us to be able to continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can either make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page or a one-time donation to our PayPal link, both at egolovecondor.com. I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. And a quick reminder for our tribe on Patreon and all of our supporters that donated last month, tomorrow morning at 11:11 a.m. PST time will be my Sacred Condor and I, our first distant healing group ceremony. It'll be about 30 to 45 minutes. Now, we put a special post on our Patreon page and also to our YouTube members, and we sent out an email to everyone that sent in a donation last month in June. Everyone that sent a donation this month in July, you'll be receiving an email in the next 2 to 3 weeks for our next healing session ceremony. This is a distant healing, remote healing of the universal life force, the Reiki, the pranic, the Qigong from my Sacred Condor and I. So thank you everyone that signed up for that, and we look forward to transmitting the power of the Holy Spirit and the universal life force tomorrow, 11:11 a.m. And all of you should have received the link to my Sacred Condor's guided meditation. If you feel called to, you can just relax or listen to the guided meditation from 11:11 a.m. for a half hour to 45 minutes. Thank you all very much. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with a powerful prayer from Divine Sistar of the Light, Arialia. Prayer for personal ascension. In the name of my beloved God Presence I Am, I ask to receive the initiations needed to qualify for ascension. I call for a great cosmic shaft of cosmic purity flame to remove from my mind, my thoughts, my feelings, and my body, and all subtle bodies, every vibration of human creation that is impure in substance and less than my divine perfection in God. May the flame of purity transmute from my world all remaining negative energies. May the love of Christ expand in me through the power of the ascension flame. May the resurrection flame awaken the memories of my divine blueprint, so that I can be free forever from all discord that I have ever created. I affirm that I am purity in action. I am God's purity established within my mind, body, and soul. Let me also invoke purity for every part of life on earth. Let me invoke purity for my family, my friends, and for the whole family of God, all kingdoms and the earth. And so it is, beloved I am, from the Seven Sacred Flames by Aurelia. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed Sacred Sunday tomorrow as we transition into this powerful Leonic month of August. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.